Friday reviews video. I'm very excited to review this because I've had it for a little while. My friend Amanda sent it to me for my birthday. Thank you so much, Amanda, for sending me this for my birthday. I'm very excited. Well, I was very excited to watch it, and now I'm very excited to review it. And I'm sure in the future I'll be very excited to watch it again. And it is The Imitation Game with Benedict Cumberbatch and Keira Knightley. This is one of the ones that was nominated for the Best Picture at the Oscars, which I have seen, I think, 5 of the Best Picture nominated Oscar movies, I think, and I've enjoyed them all. So yeah, I had seen, I think, 3 before watching this one, and I'd really enjoyed them all. And yeah, so this one I'd actually heard mixed things about. I'd heard people say they really liked it, I'd heard some people say that they didn't really like it. One of my friends actually didn't really enjoy it, but then I had other friends who did enjoy it. But when I'd seen a little bit of the trailer. I can't remember why or where. I think I was watching, you know, on Blu-rays they have trailers at the beginning and stuff. I was watching something, and before the movie they played a little bit of the trailer, and I was like, oh, watch this. I was like, oh wait, yeah, that's The Imitation Game, and I kind of was really interested in it from seeing just the snippet I saw, and of course it's got Benedict Cumberbatch in, so I was excited about that. Plus, I love Keira Knightley, and you know, I really enjoy World War II movies, and this one seemed very different. So I was excited. Obviously, it's based on a true story. If you know me at all, I'm an absolute sucker for anything that's based on a true story, except for maybe it's like a horror movie based on a true story. I like horror movies, but I mean, I feel like it's not the same. If they say they're based on a true story, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt. But movies like this that are based on a true story, that, you know, they're actually based on a true story. So basically this tells the story of Alan, how do you pronounce his second name? Alan, where does it say it on the back here? Oh my gosh. Does it even say his name? It does not, does it? It must say his, oh yeah, Alan Turing. I keep wanting to say Turning, and that's not it. It's Turing, I think. T-U-R-I-N-G. It's a story of him, anyway. And he was like a real genius mathematician. And he got hired to kind of try and crack Enigma, which was what the Germans were using to send their codes and stuff, you know, during World War II. And basically it's kind of his story and how he was able to try and his time trying to do that, trying to crack this machine and trying to think of ways to do it. And basically he wants to invent a machine to crack Enigma, and that's that kind of thing. And that's the present day story. We also kind of flash back to his past, when he was at school and he was a young boy, and that was very interesting. You know, it's a lot, well, there wasn't as much kind of about him and his personal life as I thought there was going to be actually, but you know, it does kind of deal with some things that he had to face and some problems he had, and you know, it's just some stuff from his childhood that he went through. That was very interesting. And then it also, so like the start of the bit when he's trying to crack Enigma, I think it was 1939, and then we obviously got back to his childhood, which was, I'm not quite sure, and then we had the 1950s, 1951, and that's kind of like the present day, when it's got present day time. Yeah, so it kind of has 3 different time periods that it's set in, and it spends most of its time during World War II time, but it does jump around a little bit, which I really liked. And yeah, so as well, Keira Knightley comes into it because basically they send out this crossword, and they say, you know, if you can do this crossword under, I think the first one was under 10 minutes, and then there's different ones. I'm pretty sure it was, if you can do this crossword under 10 minutes, then you might be in for a special job opportunity. And basically Keira Knightley was the only woman that turned up who could do it. And I thought that was fantastic. I loved her character. I really enjoyed her character. Benedict Cumberbatch, or, you know, Alan, in the movie at first, he's very arrogant and very kind of self-aware of his greatness. Well, you know, he knows that he's smart, and it's kind of, you know, he doesn't treat other people well. He doesn't like to be friends with other people. He doesn't really like to get on with other people. He kind of wants to work by himself. He doesn't really like working as a team, and it kind of comes off really strong, and you kind of want to, like, just, you're a bit annoyed with him, but I was never too annoyed with him. I actually didn't mind it too much. But then, you know, things do change, and I definitely warmed to him. You know, he doesn't have this massive change or anything, but I mean, like, I just personally, after the movie goes on, you find out kind of things about him. I warmed to him. But Keira Knightley, I really, really liked her character. She was great. Yeah, I really enjoyed her in this. I really liked how, you know, obviously that she was a woman and that she was kind of able to kind of be in on it and stuff. I just liked that personally. But yeah, overall this was such a great story, and I kind of knew a little bit about it, but not too much, so I learnt quite a bit about it from this, and it was really, really interesting. I definitely recommend that you check this movie out. I really, really enjoyed it, and at the end, I was just like, oh, the ends of true story movies always get to me, because, like, they do the whole, and now, you know, like, usually it's like a scene, and then some text will come on, letting you know where everybody is now in the world. I'm like, oh yeah. So anyway, I give this movie 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I found it very, very interesting. I don't know, I had a good time with it. There was things that happened, I was like, ooh, and you just kind of didn't know well, you did know what's going to happen in the outcome, but there was, like, I don't know, I just found it really interesting. And the story of Alan was interesting. Everybody else involved, the side characters, or, like, you know, the other characters, the other men involved in it, were interesting as well. They all had their own thing. There's a lot going on in this movie, and I really enjoyed that. But there wasn't too much going on. I don't know. I honestly really enjoyed it, and definitely recommend you check it out. I think it's definitely a different war movie. If you enjoy kind of, you know, movies set around World War II, I think you'd really enjoy this, because it is quite different. I really enjoy watching World War II movies, and this one, like I say, is definitely a lot different than others that I've seen, because obviously it's like kind of from a different point of view from it. These people were involved in trying to win the war, but in a different way, and I don't know, it was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm so glad that I watched it. I definitely will watch it again. I think at the beginning I thought, you know, is this a movie that I would rewatch? But then by the end, I don't know why I was thinking about it in the movie, but I always think that. I always think, is this a movie? Because it's a question I ask myself. I like to rewatch movies, so I asked myself that question. But by the end, I knew that this was a movie that I would rewatch, and I really enjoyed it. So yes, definitely check out The Imitation Game if you haven't already seen it. Like I say, I really enjoyed it, and I have, like, recommended it to my mum. I was like, oh, you should watch this movie, and yeah, so I've enjoyed it. If you guys have seen The Imitation Game, let me know in the comments below what you think of it, because like I say, I have actually heard mixed things about it, so I wasn't really sure what I was going to think about it, but I kind of thought I was kind of going to enjoy it, because I do enjoy my true story. What's it say here? Based on the incredible, yeah, it says his name on the front. Anyway, so yeah, I enjoy true story movies. I enjoy World War II settings for movies, and yeah, so I thought, you know, I was kind of going to enjoy it, but I wasn't sure. You never know. And yeah, I enjoyed it. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Thumbs up if you enjoyed these Friday reviews. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.